Muy buenas, ¿qué tal estamos? El misterio ferroviario. Vale. Pulsa F1, digo, what? Ahora, el mando, ok. Y vamos a continuar con Sherlock Holmes. Como ya habéis visto, vale, como ya habéis visto, me va a llevar algo de
My
tiempo.
archive.
Quiero
I can
decir,
always consult with it
los
if
casos.
needed.
Lo que voy a hacer va a ser hacerlos todos del tirón y luego ya, pues yo en edición, pues recortaré un poco como yo vea. Bueno, quería ver el mapa, no enfocar la cara de Sherlock Holmes, pero vale. Una estación de trenes, ahora sin tempestivas, un misterio indescifrable. El secreto de Holmes, el regreso, perdón, de sus vacaciones se convierte en una historia de intrigas. Pues, ¿qué?
A
Tareas
map of
ninguna.
London and the surrounding area. Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
Ah, vale. ¿Qué digo? ¿What? Me estoy perdiendo. Vale. Vale.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
¿Qué cojones?
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Resolver el misterio del tren desaparecido.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Aquí es donde estamos, ¿no? Voy a dar por hecho que sí. Claro, pero... Ah, vale. Te ayuda a visualizar objetos y eventos. El talento de imaginación. Vale, o sea... L1 es imaginación. ¿Y R1? Centrar mi atención. Ok. Vale.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
Las vías.
The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
A ver, recabar información sobre el tren y localizar el mapa. Vale. Pero era un tren de verdad. O sea, yo digo, no será, porque que se lleven un puto tren, una maquinaria de la hostia haría falta, tal. Digo, será algo que pensamos que era un tren, pero en verdad no. Pero no sé. Espera, voy a mirar por aquí fuera, un momentito. No sé. Quita. Vale.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that.
Hostia.
And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report.
Documento de composición del tren.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's
La sala
pinned
de
inside
espera.
the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
Este hombre tiene unos 70 años, lleva mucho tiempo casado. Los restos de tierra en sus mangas revelan que es un apasionado de la jardinería. La insignia honorífica da fe de que lleva trabajando aquí mucho tiempo. Todo demuestra su voluntad de vivir tranquilo y en paz. Me da que por aquí no... No, me da que...
Railway post bags.
Ok. ¿Dónde coño están las cosas? Escritorio. ¿Por qué me ha puesto escritorio mirar y ahora no? Ahí.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this, Mr. Robinson.
Mensaje a todas las estaciones. El señor Robinson se encuentra en la estación de Britling. Composición del tren.
Here is the train set.
Línea tal, tren, composición, locomotora, vagón carbonero, vagón de primera clase, vagón postal, vagón especial. Por petición del señor Robinson, vagón de segunda clase. Ah, y he entrado aquí un poco magia, pero vale,
A
ok.
telegraph.
Vale. Aquí no hay nada más, no parece. Vale, pero ¿dónde está la sala de espera? Aquí, waiting hall. ¿El mapa es este? Sí.
This map will be useful.
Mapa de las vías, ya hay una línea. Los mapas, investigaciones, composición de trenes, vale. Encontrar mapa de ferrocarril completado. Que tengo que irme, bueno. Voy a hablar con este señor.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
Vale. Bridlington. Recibí un mensaje e informaba del retraso. Averiguar qué se transportaba en el vagón especial y recabar información sobre los pasajeros que viajaban. Ok. No, perdón. Bridlington. Vale, pues aquí estamos. Quita. Servicio de tren. Pasajero enfadado.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich.
Son secuestro.
Because their type don't need it.
Solo para los ricos.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
Señor Robinson, este no es el que yo
Good day
buscaba.
to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes,
Uh,
please
uh.
excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Ropa cara. Joder. Pues este es
You
el
must
cachón.
be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
¿Y por qué este no iba en el tren?
Mr.
le
Robinson,
pidieron
could
que
you
se
please
baja-
clarify? Were you
No sé.
traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train.
Ah, sí que iba.
All because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
A ver. Los desaparecieron en el tren, eran los únicos pasajeros del tren. Un posible secuestro. Accidente. Los chilenos permanecieron en el tren por casualidad, el conductor no los vio. Los directivos fueron abandonados en el tren intencionadamente. El revisor obligó a apearse a todos los pasajeros menos a los chilenos.
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
Hueco en el suelo. Hoja de papel.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Seguro contratado por Thomas L. Robinson para su prototipo generador autónomo de electricidad. Esta póliza cubre parcialmente la pérdida del prototipo hasta el 50% de su valor. Cuantía máxima asegurada 15.000 libras. Duración de la póliza 1 año. Ampliable. Documentos. Un momentito. Quiero investigar un poco todo antes de poner... Bueno, no. Vamos a hablar directamente entonces.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
lo primero. Joven. Ropa limpia. Instrucciones. Manchas de tinta.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand. Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of
Y
managing
por
a
eso
railway
tienes el
station.
libro de instrucciones. Los informes de los jefes de estación son confidenciales. Jefe de estación novato.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all,
Gracias.
I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit
Vale.
Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Claro, estación Chesterfield, tren, liner, llegó a Saló y... Claro, pero estoy en... Ah, en Chesterfield no he ido aún, vale. Voy a hablar con este de la póliza del seguro.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologize for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
Averiguar qué se transportaba completado. Examinar el equipaje de Robinson en la consigna de...
Don't touch anything, please.
¿Dónde coño está la consigna? Abre. Aquí.
Railway post bags.
Aquí.
This gripsack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
Oh, empezamos. Uy, a ver. Vale, aquí mejor. What? Aquí no hay nada. Pues lo que tengo que mover es esto. Ajá. Ajá. Y este un poquito más para arriba. Ajá. Vale.
Look, Watson. A bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully.
Este es un... What the fuck? Este es un contrato exclusivo de venta.
Sales contract.
En relación al prototipo dedicado al suministro eléctrico autónomo, la compañía eléctrica Emmet, el comprador, entiende que adquiere este aparato tal y como se encuentra y está de acuerdo. El señor Thomas Robinson,
is the seller.
el vendedor, no será responsable de los problemas que puedan surgir con el prototipo después de su adquisición, incluso si dichos problemas fueran conocidos por cualquiera de las partes al momento de la adquisición. El comprador dejará una señal 10% del precio del prototipo en el momento de la firma. El resto deberá ser transferido en un mes. Vale, siguiente página. Este es un contrato...
Yet
Otra vez.
another exclusive sales contract.
La eléctrica entiende que quiere tal como se
Mr.
encuentra.
Robinson is the seller.
Pues eso es el contrato exclusivo. O sea, es casi igual. Joder.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
La compañía chilena Barcazas.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayment
Qué cabrón,
from
qué hijo
various
puta.
people for his machine.
Prototipo tiene muchos compradores. Prototipo está asegurado. ¿No? Vagón especial. Sí. Robinson es una víctima. La pérdida del prototipo supone un desastre para el señor. Aunque ha planeado su fraude, ha perdido mucho más de lo que podía recuperar. La póliza de seguros no cubre el coste total del prototipo. Pues vamos a Chesterfield. Había unos que eran de los chilenos esos que han dicho, vamos, que han hablado.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Alfabeto Morse.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
A telegraph.
Telégrafo. Este está borracho, perdido.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please,
Huh.
sir.
What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Está peodo. Nariz roja ya. ¿Y lo de pescar?
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Recuerdo claramente el tren. Embriaguez.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
Sí, que no nos va a ser
It will
muy
not be
útil.
long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
A ver, el jefe de estación no es de fiar y por eso el telegrama. Pasó por Chesterfield. Buah, el tren pasó a pesar de que no estuviéramos seguros de que informara de ello. El tren nunca pasó. El jefe está en su declaración. Puede haber informado de ello sin presenciar el paso del tren. Buena idea.